Hi everyone, I hope you've all had a great week. In this week's report, we'll see if the lake levels are still rising, we'll check where the fish were biting, Pete has another great Australian high country photography photo for us, there's the weather, we've had some great visitor pics and videos this week, there's pick of the week, and this week's fishing meme. Here's the report for the week ending the 10th of August 2025. Looking at the lake levels, and Lake Eucumbene continues to rise, up another 0.4% this week. Lake Jindabyne also rose, up 0.9%, while Tantangara Dam fell 1.2%. Illustrating just how quickly Eucumbene is rising can be seen in these two pics sent in by Ricky. The first taken at midnight on Sunday, and the second at midnight on the Monday. You can clearly see the difference. Great pics, Ricky, and thanks for sharing with us. Great to see so many people out and about wetting a line recently. There's been some great catches recorded. Paul caught this big brown on a very cold morning last weekend. Paul was fishing at the start of the Frying Pan Arm, accessed via Seven Gates Road, and landed this one on a 70mm hard-bodied rainbow trout-coloured minnow. Paul didn't get the weight of the fish, but thinks it was around about the 5 pound mark. Great catch, Paul. Johnny spent some time last week up at Buckenderra and landed this beautiful big brown from the bank on soft plastics. Great catch, Johnny, and thanks for sharing with us, mate. Lake regular Ricky spent some time fishing the banks around Buckenderra last weekend in pretty chilly weather. The fish were playing hard to get, but Ricky managed to land this nice rainbow from his kayak late in the afternoon. Ricky adding the fish really put up a fight and took a while to land. Great catch, Ricky, and glad you were rewarded for braving the elements. Lee had some great fishing in Eucumbene recently, with lots of fat yabby feeders on offer. Lee adding fishing the edges with jerk baits and yabby pattern plastics got plenty of fish. But the best fun was throwing big glide baits, the big fish destroying them. Lee has a YouTube video up of his most recent trip. To watch it, search for Snow Falling, Fishing the Edges for Big Yabby Munching Browns. There's also a link to the video up on my Lake Eucumbene Facebook group. Thanks for sharing, Lee. Great mates Tiny, David, Nem, Reno and Nate had an absolute ball last weekend in a private fishing comp. The boys basing themselves at Buckenderra, all saying it was a great place to stay. Fishing in the comp was tough going, particularly on the Saturday, with bleak, windy weather. Sunday was a much nicer day, with the boys catching a couple of fish each, with Tassies, Lofties and hard bodies doing the trick. All fish caught were full of yabbies. There were many highlights of the trip, but I really like this video posted by Nem.
So I've just hooked this super nice brown, and me and Reno got a tangle. Right, look at that.
Tangles.
Right, while I was bringing the fish in, I actually hand lined it in. Had to hand line it in, and netted him all in the doing a hand line. Wow, crazy.
Looks like an awesome trip away, boys. I bet you got up to some mischief. I know, what happens in Buckenderra stays in Buckenderra. Thanks for sharing your adventures with us. Nate missed the first part of the boys' trip, but as usual, it didn't take him long to find the fish, landing these beauties. Nate picking up first place in the comp, so little wonder they call you the gun, Nate. Great effort, mate. Nate posting this short video to the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group, adding he never gets tired of the place. And we all agree with you there, Nate. Now isn't this a sight for sore eyes? Water pouring from the portal tunnel and into Lake Eucumbene. The water coming from Tantangara Dam, through the tunnel, and travelling the 16.6 kilometres into Eucumbene at Providence Portal. This amazing drone shot was taken by Pete on Thursday. It's a great pic, Pete, and let's hope this continues for some time yet. A cool week ahead for Lake Eucumbene, with showers likely towards the end of the week. Maximum temperatures ranging from 12 degrees on Thursday to a cold 6 degrees next Sunday. Up to 8mm of rain is forecast over the next 7 days. There have been lots of great pics and videos posted to the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group recently. Please keep them coming. Peter was up at Yens Bay last Sunday and wanted to share with us the effects of months of receding water levels at Eucumbene. Peter was last at Yens Bay in July 2024. The difference in the water levels, plain to see. Thanks for posting the pics, Peter. Lake regular Herb hit the road last week and took his trusty Lake Eucumbene lambswool beanie along for the ride. He stopped at a few great spots along the New South Wales south coast, including beautiful Bermagui and historic Tathra. Great shots, Herb, and good to see the beanie on tour. A few weeks ago, we featured some of the trees of Eucumbene that give the lake its special character. Reno also loves the old trees scattered around the lake and posted this great shot of just a few of them taken during the week at Rushy's. Great pic, Reno, and thanks for sharing with the group. Damien was up at Old Adaminaby last weekend and took this great, slightly eerie pic of another Lake Eucumbene tree. Great shot, Damien, and thanks for sharing with us. Michael spent 5 days up at Lake Eucumbene recently, fishing around Buckanderra. Although Michael didn't catch a fish on this trip, he said it was still a great place to be. And we all agree with you there, Michael. Thanks for posting. I just had to put this pic up, taken by lake regular Anthony last weekend. Anthony named the photo Log Jam, for obvious reasons. It's a great shot, Anthony, and for anyone wanting to avoid losing a ton of tackle once the lake rises again, it's located at Billy O Cave, up near the dam wall. Apart from trying to catch a fish, Ricky loves taking pics and videos from around the lake. Ricky putting this time-lapse footage together on his Canon. It was taken during the week from Buckanderra. Thanks for sharing, Ricky. Tiny posted this pic during the week and simply captioned it, God's country. I can't argue with you there, Tiny. It sure is a magical part of the world. Thanks for sharing, mate. Alison and family spent a beautiful winter's afternoon down near the dam wall last Sunday. Unfortunately, Alison went home empty-handed on this occasion, but her new kayak got a run and the whole family had heaps of fun. Thanks for posting the great pics, Alison, and I hope you get back to the lake soon. Tony posted these pics of his famous 55mm Mantigree minnows. Tony wanted to show fellow trout fishers the minnows under ultraviolet light. Don't forget, if you want to get hold of one of Tony's minnows, drop him a private message on Facebook or via the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group. For pick of the week, I just couldn't go past this absolutely beautiful sunset scene taken by Vic. Vic spending last Sunday afternoon up at Angler's Reach, and although he didn't catch a fish, what a sight. It's an awesome pic, Vic, and thanks for sharing with the group. And don't forget, if you've been to the lake or region recently and have a pic to share, post it to the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group and you might see it here in a future report. I think many of us could relate to this week's fishing meme. When there's literally only one thing to get snagged on. Yes, been there, done that. And don't forget, if you've seen a funny fishing meme, post it to the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group and you might see it here in a future report. Well, that's the report for this week. I hope you found it useful. As always, happy to take on any feedback or suggestions. And don't forget, if you're looking for more information on Lake Eucumbene, check out the social media channels. There's the website, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, and you'll get notified when I put up new content. Have a great week, everyone. Stay safe, tight lines, and bye for now.